So let us move further. Let us move further and calculate the coefficient of skewness with the help of Cayley's formula. And we shall use the formula of deciles. Now we require first decile, ninth decile, and median. Median we have already calculated for the same question. I am taking the example of the same question. So median have already been calculated. Now you just need to calculate the value of a first decile. So you have a D1. You need to calculate a D1, and the formula for D1 is the size of, this is the first decile, it means n upon 10th item, and your n is come out to be, the value of n is 140. So this is 140 upon 10, that come out to be 14. So you just need to check the 40 lies in which interval. 14, 14th item lies in which class interval corresponding to cumulative frequency. So let us try to find that. And for this we need to check 14th item. So 14th item falls in this cumulative frequency 28. Corresponding to 28, we have frequency 16, class interval 10 to 20, and the preceding frequency 12. So the class interval is 10 to 20, and your frequency is 16, and your preceding frequency that will be used as cumulative frequency, that is 12, and I is same as 10. So let us use, and your formula for first decile will be, that is L plus, here you will have n by 2 minus your preceding cumulative frequency will be 12. It is divided by the frequency 16 into 10. So that is 10 plus 14 minus 12 upon 16 into 10. So 10 plus 2 upon 8. So that come out to be 10 upon 8. So you just need to calculate this. So 10 upon 8 will be calculated as, so 10 divided by 8 will give you 1.25. So this is the value we are getting. So 11.25 is the first decile, and in the similar manner we can calculate the ninth decile. So dn will be size of ninth. So 9n upon 10 we require. So 9n upon 10, 10th item will be there. So that will be 9 into 140 upon 10. So that will be 14 into 9. So that will be 126th item will be there. Check it again. 0 will be cancelled. So 14 tens are 140. So that is 126th item. So just see the table, that 126 falls under which class, which cumulative frequency, that is 129. So interval is 50 to 60, 15, and 114. So 50 to 60, 15, and your cumulative frequency is 114. So that is your frequency, and this is your class interval. So for calculating D9, that will be L plus 9n upon 10 minus your frequency, cumulative frequency will be 114. 4 and divide by 15 into I is 10. So that is 50 plus this come out to be 126 minus 114 divided by 15 into 10. So probably it come out to be 50 plus that come out to be 12 upon 5 into 10. So this is a 3 5 and 3 4. So 5 twos are, so that come out to be 58. So this is your ninth decile, and your Cayley's coefficient of skewness will be by using this formula. So D1 plus D9 minus 2 times median upon D9 minus D1. So put the values here. 11.25 plus 58 minus 2 times median. Median has already calculated, that was 34.21. So use this value of median 34.21 and is divided by 58 minus 11.25. So you just need to calculate the values, and let us use. So that is 11.25 and plus 58 minus 2 multiply 34.21. So it come out to be 0.83 and divide करेंगे 58 minus 11.25. So that is 46.75. So you can divide 0.83 divide 46.75. So it come out to be 0.0177. So roundabout this is equal to. So this is the Cayley's coefficient of skewness from the following data by using decile method. So there is a difference. You just see this is a 0.008. So that is near to 0.01. So, but what we are getting here, we are getting 0.01. So there is the simulation error because we are using the decile method here. Earlier we were using quartiles method. So this is the coefficient of skewness by Cayley's. You can also use the percentile method. In P10, you will have formula 10 n upon 10. That will be, sorry, upon 100. This is the formula for P10. And for P90, you will have 90 n upon 100 because we are using percentile technique. Median is the same as already been calculated. I left it as exercise to apply the same question and use the percentile technique. Now the next one is the method of movements for calculating the coefficient of skewness. So first of all, understand what is movement, how the movements will be calculated. Now the coefficient of skewness and kurtosis are coinciding here. So we have the concept of movements and kurtosis. So write down movements here. So let us do the movements. And what is the meaning of a movement? Movement is a familiar technique or a mechanical term which refers to the measure of a force with respect to its tendency to provide a rotation. And we can say that the movement can be defined like this. Moments is actually the arithmetic mean of various parts of, this is in the simple terms, arithmetic mean of various parts of deviations of a given set of values from a measure, from a measure are called moments of various orders. So if we have a discrete frequency distribution, the corresponding to xi, we have a frequency values fi, and your I varies from 1 to so on up to n. Then this is a discrete frequency distribution. Then we can say that sigma, that is fi di naught divide upon capital N, and then sigma fi di 1 upon capital N, then sigma fi di raised to power 2 upon capital N, and so on, sigma fi di raised to power r upon capital N, and so on, are called moments of various orders, where di is the difference between the x values with the assumed mean. A is any measure. We can say that that is the assumed mean. So these are the moments of zero order. This is the moment of one order, moment of two order, and this is the moment for rth order, and so on. So we calculate moments about actual mean and moments about any assumed mean. So there are two ways to calculate the moments. Moments about actual mean and moments about assumed mean. So there are two techniques for calculating moments. Moments about actual mean are also known as central moments. So we can calculate the moments by using the techniques. So let us do that. Moments about assumed mean can also be calculated by using change of origin and change of scale property in the case of discrete data or in the case of continuous data also. So let us compute these with the help of an question. The question is, we have x values with the frequency distribution. So the x values are, this is a discrete data distribution, 4.5, 14.5, 24.5, 34.5, 44.5. Next we have 54.5, then 64.5, 74.5, 84.5, and 94.5. And the frequency values are 1, 5, 12, 22, 17, 94311. These are the frequency values, and you can use the formula of calculating the small d, and d will be calculated as we are going to use the formula of change of origin and change of scale. So x minus a upon d. D is the difference between the values. Sorry, not d, and I. This is a small I. So we are taking x. Assumed mean we have to take in between. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So between these two middle values, we have to assume any one value. Suppose I take 44.5 here, and 10 is the difference between these values. So you can calculate d here by using this minus 4 minus 3 minus 2 minus 1 0 2 3 4 and 5. Now you can also calculate FD. For calculating FD, we have minus 4 minus 15 minus 24 minus 22 0 9 8 9 4 and 5. This is the column FD. Next we require FD square. So that is a 16, 45, 48, 22, 0, 9, 6. Sorry, it is 16. That is a 27. This is 16 and this is 25. We also require the columns FD cube and FD4. So FD cube will be minus 64 minus 135 minus 96 minus 22 0 9 32 81 64 125, and the last column will be 256, then 405 192 22 0 9 64 243 256. 256 is there, and then we have this is 256, the last is 625. We require these columns. Now we can find out the sum total of the values, and you will have a capital N. Capital N is the sum total of the frequencies, that is 75. And we require sigma FD. So your sigma FD is negative 30. Sigma FD square come out to be 224. Sigma FD cube is minus 6, and sigma FD raised to power 4 is 2072. So these are the values calculated by using the method of assumed mean. Remember, we are using the method of assumed mean. There are two techniques for calculating. We are using by the second technique. We are using the second technique. We are calculating movements about assumed mean. A similar question can also be done when you use the actual mean method. Only difference is to calculate the mean. Now the formula for calculating movements is mu1 dash, and that is star. I will explain you the meaning of star. And the formula is sigma fd upon n. So similarly, we have mu 2 dash star. The formula is sigma fd square upon n. And the formula for calculating mu3 dash, the mu symbol has been used for moments. So that is f d cube upon n. So the formula is mu4 dash star, that is sigma f d 4 upon n. So these are the formulas. Now you can put the values. That is 75 minus 30, that is negative 0.4. This is 224 divided by 75, that is 2.99. And by this formula, we shall have minus 6 upon 75, that is negative 0.08. And by this formula, you will have 2072. It is divided by 75, that is 27.63. Now, the moment is actually this is the formula for calculating the moment mu2, and it is simple. It can be simply written as mu2 or mu2 star. So just see how we can write mu2 is, that is the formula is mu2 dash minus mu1 dash whole square. This is the formula for calculating the movement. Some book use star, or some book use do not use star. So that is why the star symbol has been written, so that no confusion is there in your mind. So this is simply a notation that we use star. Star is actually same as mu1 dash. So mu2 dash is 2.99 minus mu1 dash is a negative 0.4 whole square. So this is the formula for calculating second movement. So by this formula, you will have the value 2.9. Sorry, this is 2.83. So the second movement is 2.83. Similarly, we can calculate the third movement mu3, and the formula is mu3 dash minus 3 mu1 dash mu1 dash and mu2 dash plus 2 times mu1 dash whole cube, and put the values here. That is negative 0.08 minus 3 into mu1 dash is negative 0.4, and that is 2.99 plus 2 times negative 0.4 whole cube. So after calculating this, the third movement is coming out to be 3.38. Now there are actually second movement, third movement, and fourth movement. So the formula for fourth movement is mu4. So mu4 dash minus 4 mu1 dash mu3 dash plus 6 times mu1 dash square and mu2 dash minus 3 times mu1 dash whole raised to power 4. Now you can put the values. Mu4 dash is 27.63 minus 4 times 0.4 negative into negative 0.08 plus 6 times negative 0.4 whole square into 2.99 minus 3 negative 0.4 whole raised to power 4. So after substituting value or a compute, making simple calculation, you will have 30.295. So this is your fourth movement. second movement, third movement, fourth movement is there. So we have been able to calculate the values of the movements. So second movement, third movement, and fourth movement. Now you can calculate coefficient of kurtosis also and coefficient of skewness also. And the formula for calculating coefficient of skewness, you can take it as a simple second part of the question. Coefficient of skewness about movements. And the formula for coefficient of skewness about movement is denoted by beta 1 star, that is mu 3 square upon mu 2 cube. So you can put the values 3.38. Third movement whole square divided by second movement, that is 2.83 whole cube. So after calculating this, you will have 0.504. Now you just see the resultant value is positive. It means you can say that the given data series or the given frequency distribution is positively skewed. So this is the formula of coefficient of skewness about movements. Now we can also compute kurtosis. The kurtosis is also depending upon these movements. So the formula for calculating the kurtosis is denoted by beta 2 star. So the formula is mu 4 and it is divided by mu 2 square. So 30.295 divided by 2.83 whole square. So it come out to be 3.782. So this is the coefficient of kurtosis with the help of movements. In the movements, we need second movement, we need fourth movement. So in this question, we have been able to compute the movements, the second movement, third movement, and the fourth movement. And also we have been able to calculate the coefficient of skewness about movements and the kurtosis. Now remember, this is the question with the help of discrete data values. Just see, the discrete data is given to us. So the question can also be done with the help of continuous data values. And let us do that. So let us take the example of a continuous data set or continuous frequency distribution. So using movements, calculate a measure of a relative skewness and a measure of a relative kurtosis for the following distribution and comment on the result obtained. So the data values are given like this. We have daily wages in rupees and the wages are 70 but below 90. Next one is 90 but below 110. 110 but below 130 and 130 but below 150 and 150 but below 170. Now, with the help of this, you can easily write down the class intervals and the class intervals. मैं इसी में ही आपको साथ साथ सॉल्व करके दे रहा हूँ. So the class intervals become 70 to 90, 90 to 110, 110 to 130, 130 to 150. This is 150 and 150 to 170. Now, uh, we also have the values of frequency, and that is 8, 11, 18, 9, and 4. This is given to us. Frequency is given and daily wages are given. With the help of a daily wages, we have created a class interval. And from class interval, you can find out mid value. Mid values are denoted by small x. So the mid value 70 plus 90 divided by 2, that is 80, 100, 120, 140, and 160. These are the mid values. Now you can calculate D by using the formula of x minus assumed mean can be taken and difference of the class interval. The difference of the class interval is of 20. So it can be taken 20. And you can also have x minus assumed mean. Now assumed mean will be from these values. So 1, 2, and similarly 1, 2. The middle value can be taken as assumed mean. And now you just see the values of D come out to be x is 80 minus 120. This come out to be minus 40 divided by 20. Minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. Now for the moments we require FD, we require FD square, FD cube, and FD4. So these are the required columns for the calculation of moments. So under the column of FD, we shall have minus 16, minus 11, 0, 9, 8. Under the column of FD square, we shall have 32, 11, 0, 9, 16. Under the column of FD cube, minus 64, minus 11, 0, 9, 32. And under the column of FD raised to power 4, 128, 11, 0, 9, 64. Now you can write down the sum total values. The calculation of a frequency will come out to be 50, and FD is minus 10. This is a summation FD. Similarly, summation FD square is equal to 68. Summation FD cube is equal to negative 34. Summation FD raised to power 4 come out to be 212. So these are the calculated values. Now you can easily calculate moments and kurtosis also and skewness also. So first of all, mu1 dash. Now just see there is the difference between the mu1 dash, as we have to calculate this for a continuous data series, and the previous one formula which we have used in the previous question, that is a discrete data series. So the formula will change a little, that is sigma fd upon n. जो डिस्क्रीट डेटा सीरीज का फॉर्मूला था वो था सिग्मा एफ डी अपॉन एन. Similarly, you will have mu2 dash, that is sigma f d square upon n. यहाँ मैं स्टार नहीं ले रहा हूँ, without star we are going to write. So we will have a mu3 dash. This is for sigma f d cube upon n, and mu 4 dash is sigma f d 4 raised to divided by n. But now, because this is a continuous data series, these are the formulas for discrete data series. Now the formula will change a little. You will multiply it with I, and then you will multiply with I square, I cube, and I raised to power 4. So this is a change later. This is a change in these formulas, and you will have minus 10 upon 50 into I. I come out to be 20. Similarly, you will have the formula, and you can put the values. It come out to be 68 divided by 50 into, that come out to be 400. That is minus 34 divided by 50 into, that come out to be 20 cube, that come out to be 20 cube is 400, that come out to be 8000. And similarly you will have 212 divided by 50, so that come out to be 16,000. So ultimately you can calculate the values. The value will be, that is minus of 4, that come out to be, 80. Sorry, that come out to be 8. So this come out to be 8, and you can multiply it with, so that is 4, and 544. So similarly, 1 0 is cancelled. That is 160. So you can have the value, and it can also be calculated. So 5 threes and 2 and this. So it come out to be 320. Now you can easily calculate the values of these, and the values will be calculated as, now you just see, 160 into 34, it come out to be negative 5440. Similarly, 320 into 212, it come out to be 67840. Now this is also there. Now you can easily calculate the remaining, the actual movements. So convert some movements about arbitrary origin to movements about mean. So these are the movements about the mean deviation actually. These are the movements about the mean deviation. Now you can convert the movements about arbitrary origin. These are the actual movement formulas. So you can write down, convert movements about arbitrary origin, convert movements about arbitrary origin to movements about mean. So this is the technique for calculating the movements about origin to movements about arbitrary mean. The second movement formula, as we have used in the previous question of a discrete data series, this is the formula. You can calculate the value of the movement. Similarly, mu3 can be calculated by using mu3 dash minus 3 mu1 dash mu2 dash plus 2 mu1 dash whole cube, and your value of the fourth movement is mu4, that is mu4 dash minus 4 mu1 dash mu3 dash plus 6 times mu1 dash whole square mu2 dash minus 3 mu1 dash raised to power 4. So let us use these formulas for calculating the required movements. So mu2 dash, now let us put the value. So mu2 dash is actually 544 minus mu1 dash square come out to be 16. So that come out to be 8, that is 528. This will be your second movement. If you see now, next we will have mu3 dash. Now put the value. Mu3 dash is minus 5440. So minus 3 into minus 4 into mu2 dash is 544, and the last one is plus 2 times mu1 dash whole cube, so minus 4 cube. So we have to use this. Now mu3 dash is this, and that why your, let us calculate this, and it come out to be, let us calculate, that is a negative 5440. This come out to be 12 into 544, and that come out to 6528 minus 128 is this, minus 5440, that is 960. This is your third movement. Now you can put the values here also. So mu4 dash is this 67840 minus 4 into negative 0. Sorry, this is a negative 4, and mu3 dash is minus 5440 plus 6 times negative 4 square into mu2 dash, and mu2 dash is 544 minus 3 negative 4 whole power 4. So you can have this. Uh, this come out to be 6784, and you will have, this will be negative, negative, and negative will be negative, and you will have 16 into 5440, that is 87040, and it will have positive value, and you will have 96 into 544, you will have 52, you will have a 52 into 2 to 4, and you will have 256 into 3 is 768. Now let us solve this. Now 67840 minus 87040 plus 5222, this is 4, negative 768. So this come out to be 32 and 256. So this is your fourth movement. And now from this we can calculate the coefficient of skewness, that is mu 3 square over mu 2 cube. So mu 3 square is this one, 960 into 960, that is 921600 divided by mu 2 cube. So that is 528 into 528 into 528. So you have the value 147,197,952. So you can divide the numerator by the denominator. So 92 and 1600 divide by 147,197,952. So ultimately you will have the coefficient of skewness, that is 0.0062. This is your value of a coefficient of skewness. And similarly, you can also calculate the coefficient of kurtosis, that is mu 4 divided by mu 2 square. So you can also use the formula. So that is 32256 divided by mu 2 square, and your mu 2 is 528 into 528, that is 278784. So you can divide. So 32256 divide by 278784. So you will have the value 0.1157. This is the coefficient of kurtosis. So this is all about the concept of the coefficient of skewness, movements, and the coefficient of kurtosis in the case of a discrete data series and in the case of a continuous data series. So I stop my class here. Thank you very much.